Find the least common multiple, and I wrote number 1 in factored form. So you have x here and you have an x here. You have a 3 and a 3. Unfortunately, there's only 1, 2. There's only 1, 2, and there's an x plus 2, and there's a 2x minus 3. So the LCD will be 2 times 3 times x plus 2 and 2x minus 3. So definitely you're going to need a 2. You're definitely going to need x plus 2, and you're definitely going to need 2x minus 3. And then so there's only one of them that they have in common, that's what you're going to use. I went ahead and factored 4x squared minus 9, and you get 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. I factored 4x plus 12x plus 9, and I did the work over here. 4 times 9 is 36. The factors of 36 are 6 and 6. Since we took out the 4, we divide by 4. So we have 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3. Now you notice 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, they do share a common factor, but then there's another 2x plus 3. So what you have to do is you have to use the most, or the greatest amount of factors that we have amongst the two. So definitely the LCD will be 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, and also since 2x minus 3 isn't in this factor, we also have to use that as our part of our LCD. So our LCD is 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, and 2x plus 3. That's our LCD. If you see number 4, we have x squared over 5 plus x squared over 5. The common denominator is 5. So basically, you have a 5 in the denominator. X squared plus x squared gives you 2x squared, and there's no restrictions. Number 6, we have a 3y in the denominator, a 3y in the denominator. So we have 3y. 2y plus 5y gives you 7y, and 1 plus 4 gives you 5. So you can't simplify any further, so the sum of these two rationals, 7y plus 5 over 3y, once again, y can't equal 0. So for number 8, we have negative 2 over n plus 4 minus n squared over n squared minus 16. What I would do is I would factor n squared minus 16. And so what you have is n plus 4 times n minus 4. So our LCD is n plus 4 times n minus 4. So this denominator is okay. This denominator is okay. So what you're going to have is you're going to have n squared here. This denominator, or this fraction, we have to change. We already have an n plus 4, and we need an n minus 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to multiply times n minus 4. You're going to multiply times n minus 4. So now, I wish I had room. Now I'm going to have this fraction, I have negative 2 parentheses n minus 4 divided by our common denominator, which is n plus 4 times n minus 4. And then the other fraction, or the other rational, was n squared over n plus 4 times n minus 4. So I got to do some simplifying. Negative 2 times n and negative 2 times negative 4 give you 8. So I have to subtract. So it's negative 2n plus 8 minus n squared over n plus 4 and n minus 4. 10, I have 5 times x times x times y. 10, I have 5 times 2 times x times y times y. I have 2 x's up here, so that's going to be my LCD. I have 2 y's here, that's going to be my LCD. I have a 2 and I have a 5. That's in my LCD. So what is my LCD? 5 times 2 is 10 times x, and it's going to be y squared. So that's my common denominator. So I have 6 over 5 x squared y, and then I have 5 over 10 xy squared. My LCD is 10xy squared. Oh, x squared. I'm sorry, x squared. X squared. So I have to multiply this times x so I can make it look like this. And I got to multiply this by x. So my equivalent fraction is 5x over 10x squared y squared. Okay, so now in my other fraction, I gotta get 10x squared y squared, so I have to multiply times 2y. I multiply times 2y, so 6 times 2y is 12y over 10x squared y squared. So we do have a common denominator, so we're gonna add 12y plus 5x over 10x squared y squared, and our restriction is x can be 0 and y can't be 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in factored form. So we have x squared minus 25. In factored form, it's x plus 5, x minus 5. X squared plus 6x plus 5 is equal to x plus 5 and x plus 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So they do have an x plus 5 in common. They don't have an x plus 1, and they don't have an x minus 5. So my LCD is going to be x plus 5, x minus 5, x plus 1. Okay, so I like to write it vertically. So we have 4 over x plus 5, x minus 5, and then I have 6 over x plus 5 and x plus 1. My LCD is x minus 5, x plus 1, and x plus 5. So the only thing missing here is x minus 5, right? And I have to multiply the denominator by, and I'm running out of room, by x minus 5. Over here, I have x minus 5, x plus 1, x plus 5. And the only thing I'm missing here is the x plus 1. So I have to multiply it by x plus 1. So I have 4 times x plus 1, and I have 6 times x minus 5, and I have my common denominator. So, and I'm adding, so I have 4x plus 4 plus 6x minus 30. I did the distributive property, 4x plus 4, 6x minus 30, and the common denominator is x minus 5, x plus 1, x plus 5. 4x plus 6x gives us 10, gives us 10x. 4x plus 6x gives us 10x minus 4 minus 30 is 26 over x minus 5, x plus 1, x plus 5, and my restrictions are x can be 5, x can be -1, and x can be -5.